me this morning?
Oh, man. Listen, man. I love when we sing this during communion, Pastor Haynes, but sometimes
I know that's right.
Something about this song that just goes straight to my soul right here. I love it. I know you got a good word this morning.
Oh, yeah, Ricky, I feel you on this, man. This song reminds me of a story I heard that's real true about some terrorists that burst in on a mall and they went around shooting people. And, of course, as they shot people, the terrorists then went to make sure that the people they shot were dead. And the story goes, as they were searching to see who was dead, that there was this mother. She had been shot and she was dying, and so she told her child, you lay here, don't you move, you stay still. And she then covered her child with blood, and when she covered her child with her blood, she eventually died. And as she died, her child lays next to her. Her child, watch this, is covered in the blood of her mother. The terrorists come by to check to see that everyone they've shot is dead. And as they are checking, they see this child is covered in blood. And so you know what happened. They passed the child by and kept going. That child was able to survive an attack because the child was covered by blood. And that's exactly what it happens when you know God for yourself. Because of God's love for us through his son Jesus Christ, we are covered by the blood. And the good news is that blood, just as that blood of that mother covered that child, and that child survived an attack. Listen, the blood will never lose its power. You will survive suffering. You will get through what you're going through because the blood will never lose its power. The blood never loses its power. Watch this, to cleanse us of guilt. You see, all of us are guilty of something. All of us have messed up. All of us have let God down. We've let ourselves down. But the good news is with God, even when you fail forward because the blood will never lose its power to cleanse us of guilt. So even when we have messed up, we get blessed up. Even when we are guilty, we don't have to live with the guilt complex, because the blood cleanses us. It sets us free from our past. So what you did doesn't get in the way of what you can do. What you've been doesn't get in the way of what you can become. The blood doesn't lose its power to cleanse you of guilt. But here it is. The blood will never lose its power to give you strength from day to day. That's what the song says. The blood is going to give you strength to keep on keeping on. The blood will give you strength to survive anything that you are up against. The blood will give you strength. So here's the good news of the day. The blood is life-giving. The blood is guilt covering. The blood will never lose its power. The blood, and here it is, the blood gives you strength from day to day. It reaches from the highest mountain, flows to the lowest valley. No matter how high you get or low things have been, the blood will reach you right where you are. So go ahead, have yourself a great day, knowing the blood will never lose its power.
Man, I really needed to hear that this morning. I woke up feeling discouraged this morning, you know, and didn't even know how I was going to wake up and do the show this morning. I just felt so discouraged, man. And just to show you just a simple song and a simple word would just kind of put you right back up on your feet. I really appreciate this morning, ladies and Pastor Haynes. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship with Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglass Haynes. Pastor Haynes, let everybody know how they can reach you.
Hey, thank you, Rickey Smiley. I'm on social media, on Instagram and Twitter at FH Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes, and my YouTube channel is Frederick Haynes. And man, you keep the faith because you bless so many people all the time. God bless you.
God bless. Hey, Pastor Haynes, love you, man. I really appreciate you. I really, really, really love and appreciate you. Thank you so much, Pastor Haynes.
Love and appreciate you, but have a great one.
Hey, you too.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 12 minutes after the hour, y'all. The segment's being brought to you by Indeed. Are you looking to hire? Well, Indeed will help you speed up the process. They have 135 skill tests to help you find the right candidates faster. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, here with a quick look at your front page news. So the U.S. hit another milestone yesterday. 150 million Americans are now fully vaccinated against COVID-19. So that equals about 45% of the U.S. population. Meanwhile, Senate Republicans are ready to block sweeping voting rights legislation proposed by Democrats. Now, ironically, they will use the filibuster, which Democrats have been trying to get rid of to block the debate from taking place tonight. And last but certainly not least, do you remember when Trump cleared protesters from Lafayette Square in order to pose with a Bible in front of a church? Well, yesterday, a federal judge dismissed claims by Black Lives Matter and activists and other civil liberty groups who tried to sue over that, saying that they failed to prove that there was a conspiracy to violate their civil rights. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. You can follow me on all social media at Eva Marcel. Let's take a look at sports. Rock T, what's going on?
Already. Well, Carl Nassib, defensive end for the Las Vegas Raiders, announces he is gay. First active NFL player to come out. He's also donating $100,000 to the Trevor Project, which is the #1 suicide prevention service for LGBTQ youth in America. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, the NFL Players Association, his teammates, all in support of Carl Nassib. In the meantime, Kansas City Chiefs defensive end Frank Clark arrested in L.A. on suspicion of having concealed gun in his vehicle. He was pulled over and a Uzi machine gun was sitting up in the car, man. Frank's attorney claims that the gun belonged to his bodyguard. So we'll see what happens with that, man. He was arrested and then bailed out on bond. Last but not least, NBA playoffs continues tonight. Game 2, Los Angeles Clippers versus the Phoenix Suns. Suns lead the series 1-0. You know what I'm saying? That's what I got for sports right about now. Gary, what's up there, Pippin?
All right, y'all. When a man loves a woman, there's nothing you can do about it. Now, people are talking about Alex Rodriguez and Jennifer Lopez, which we know they dated a couple of last year or whatever sometime, and they broke up and she went back with her old man. Well, now it's being reported, y'all, that Alex Rodriguez has moved, y'all, into a beautiful Hamptons mansion just a block away from Jennifer Lopez's beautiful Hampton mansion, and they're saying that it is sparking a new romance rumor by being spotted with an attractive brunette. Now, they're saying A-Rod has rented a $5 million mansion in Bridgehampton this summer while he continues to look for a property to buy in Manhattan and in the Hamptons. Now, they're saying Rodriguez's summer place is just over a mile from Jennifer Lopez's beautiful $10 million spread in Watermill, where they're saying that the couple spent last summer and with their kids together. Now, they're saying the former Yankee slugger was spotted on Friday night, y'all, dining with staffers from his company A-Rod Corp at Sag Harbor Restaurant in La Biblique. Now, a witness said Alex had a long dinner on Friday with two women and his nephew, Nick Silver. A very beautiful, attractive brunette was at his table. Some people saying that might be his new woman, but some people saying, no, that's not his girlfriend. That's one of his colleagues, his development manager. So calm down. Now, they're saying his group stayed late into the night at the restaurant, which overlooks Sag Harbor Marina. They stayed till around 11 o'clock. Witnesses are being reported. And they're saying that it just was a great thing, but could you live by a place next to your ex or by your ex? Does he really love her that much? Or I think is he trying to really get at her? Because they're saying Jennifer Lopez, honey, they spent summers together at the mansion, but they're saying, honey, she bought this place back in 2013. They say it was custom built at 8,500 square feet, and it sits over 3 acres with a large pool. Now, the one that he's renting is 9,200 square foot. It has only 7 bedrooms and 11 bathrooms on an acre of 3.9 acres in Bridgehampton. And they're saying it's boasted a heated pool and spa, waterfall, and direct access to a pond. So, is that rich folks' problems?
It really is.
You think it is?
That's a champagne problem for sure.
Yeah, I feel like I know more about their relationship than my own. Good Lord.
I know. Isn't that crazy, though? Because, I mean, it is really out there. But I don't think he really loved her from the beginning, though. But they stayed together, for a little while and what have you. Because he usually like European women. And Jennifer Lopez is a Hispanic woman, if I'm not mistaken. So that's why he cheated on that left her. Because look at his track record. And you'll see that he was like...
Nobody cares.
No, nobody cares, but it's out in the press, so put your business out there, especially so we could care. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today is Weeping Willow. On the high end, you say Weeping Willow, and on the low end, you say Beautiful Green. That's your color for today.
Hold on, Gary, we got a sponsor. The segment is being brought to you by BAFF. Stop giving these kids melatonin and give them a bath before they go to bed. They can't sleep because they musty and they booty itch. What you got coming up next, Brad?
Coming up next in the hot spot, Usher told T-Pain something that depressed him for a long time. And I'm going to tell you what he said up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot, and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's the bottom of the hour. The segment is being brought to you by the Tom Joyner Fantastic Voyage. That's right, y'all. The Kings of Crunk will be on the Tom Joyner Foundation Fantastic Voyage, selling November the 6th through the 14th, featuring Bone Crusher, Eastside Boys, Young Bloods, Shop Boys, them franchise boys, DJ Unk, Yin Yang Twins, and Trillville. Call 214-495-1963 for details or go to blackamericaweb.com. Brad, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. During a clip from Netflix's upcoming series, This Is Pop, T-Pain revealed that on a flight to the 2013 BET Awards, Usher told him that he messed up music. He explained, he was like, man, I want to tell you something, man. He was like, man, you kind of messed up music. And he said, I didn't understand because Usher was my friend. He was like, nah, man, you really messed up music for real singers. He continued, he said, literally at this point, I couldn't listen. Is he right? Did I really mess up music? I was like, what did I do? I came out and I used auto-tune. He was like, yeah, but you messed it up. I'm like, but I used it. But I didn't tell everybody else to start using it. He added that was the very moment, and he didn't even think he realized it for a long time, but that was the very moment that started a 4-year depression for him. Man, that is crazy. What y'all think? I mean, everybody did start trying to use auto-tune after T-Pain did it because he had such success with it, and that's what people do.
Yeah, it's just, sometimes times change. The way people do things also change. And sometimes people just, I don't think it had an effect on anything that singers like Usher was doing because they have their natural gift. But, sometimes
that made people that really can't sing, though, start using auto-tune. And they start having a few hit records, too.
Right.
Because T-Pain made auto-tune really, really popular again.
But at the end of the day, people that can really sing, it never really affected them and what they were doing. I don't think it messed up music because, at the end of the day, when you want to go hear Stephanie Mills, she can still sing and the OJs still tear it up. You know what I'm saying? No matter what come out, no matter who come out, you still want to hear Stephanie Mills.
Exactly.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Okay. Well, y'all, moving on. Rachel Lindsay from The Bachelor, she's excited because she exited Bachelor Nation franchise officially in April, and she is now opening up in an interview and spoke on how toxic The Bachelor is. She said that on Toxic Fan, she is exhausted from defending herself against a toxic fandom. She said there's a Bachelor clan. Bachelor clan is hateful, racist, misogynistic, xenophobic, and homophobic, and they are afraid of change. Now, on her relationship with Chris Harrison, she said, I wouldn't say Chris and I were friends exactly, but when you're the Bachelorette, you're traveling with him, sitting in hotels and airports, and he's the one you're doing all those things with. She said, during my season, he became someone who gave me advice on how to navigate the show and the celebrity of it. I called him my fairy godfather. Now, she said, on The Mansion, I hated it. I always tell people it was the dirtiest place ever. She said, think of the movie Money Pit. Once you get inside, you see the cracks in the foundation, appliances don't work, the backyard is not complete. This is in addition to 22 women living in 3 rooms. She said, by the time I left, my eyes were puffy. I had an allergic reaction from lack of sleep, drinking too much, and feeling dehydrated. Ew. Oh, my goodness. You would never think that the Bachelor place that they be living in, they be looking so nice on TV. Ooh, Lord have mercy. She came out telling the truth. Woo. We going to wrap up the hot spot right there, y'all. Oh, my goodness. Next, coming up, we got man law violations with Special K, and we got the wake-up calls. Hit us up at 866-9-RICKY. That's 1-866- What's the rest of it?
9-R-I-C-K-E-Y.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
What's up? Get out of bed.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's about that time. Special K got man law violation. Special K, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, man. Yeah. These are rules that we as men must live by to maintain integrity in our manhood. Now, if you don't do these things, then your manhood gonna be questioned and challenged, and you're gonna deserve it. So here we go. Starting with this. If you and other guys are eating wings, you cannot double dip in the ranch or the blue cheese. If you don't know what double dip it means, that means you dip your wing one time and you eat it. You don't take that same wing and dip it back in there again. Yeah. That's community dip. What you really should do is pour out your dip onto your plate.
You're going to do that. You're going to do that, y'all just going to kiss.
Yeah, just pour your dip on your plate. Now, if you're in line at a fast food place with your homeboy, you cannot order for him. Let this order his own food. Right. Yeah. Let me get and he gonna have you don't order for him. What the hell wrong with you? Y'all both grown.
What you want, dog? What you want?
Yeah. He's standing right there. You gonna order for him.
If you do, it have to be in sign language.
Yeah, unless he who you sign like? Yeah, unless he deaf and you gotta do it in sign language.
Of assistance.
You should never call another man after 10 p.m. talking about, hey, what you doing? I was thinking about you.
You can't text him after 10. You can send him a meme with a chick on it.
Yeah, that's it.
Right there.
Don't call him talking about I was thinking about you.
It's got to be a meme with a chick with some thick on there. It got to be some fire.
Something like that. Now here's one that can save you. If your girl call you to come to her job or to her family gathering to fight somebody and you dumb enough to go, you must win the fight. Now the better option is don't go. Do not let no woman get you caught up. A whole lot of dudes pushing up daisies right now because they let some chick call them talk about so he said something to me, and then you go show up and then you get your ass whooped. So
or you take 3 people and tell them to hold you when you get out, when you jump out the car and run you down and hold you
like an NBA player.
Yeah, you do the NBA player. You got to time it just right.
They call it Super Days.
Yeah, that's what they call it. The
NBA player.
Don't let me go. Whatever you do, don't let me go. You don't get aggressive. Now, speaking of your girl, you don't get aggressive and angry with another dude for looking at your chick when y'all out. Because here's the thing. If you out, like Dave, if you out or Rick, if you out with your girl, right? And another dude is looking at her, unless he is like blatantly disrespectful about it, like standing right next to you, don't get mad because that's a compliment to you.
That's flattering.
Right. That's a compliment. And if you say, well, I ain't never had that problem, well, you probably got a booger wolf. If ain't no dude never kind of sort of disrespected you because he couldn't stop looking at your chick, then you need to reevaluate who you chose.
That say about your girl.
Yeah, you need to reevaluate.
You sitting up at the table with Snuffleupagus.
I don't never have that problem. Yeah, there's a reason you'll never have that problem.
Oh, Big Bird, this is so nice.
That girl look like Michael Strahan in the face.
Snuffleupagus.
Hi, Big Bird.
So we're going to start with words that end in AN. You yell out a word, I'll write it down. Let's see how many we can get. Go!
Fan!
Fan! There's a good one.
Man!
Man, that's another one.
Lesbian!
Words that end in AN. Anyone, words ending in AN.
Lesbian!
I heard pan. Good.
No, Faith said lesbian.
All right, no big deal. Faith said lesbian. Hold on. Good, we'll write that down. Just a word, not a big deal, but we'll move on. We'll get some other ones.
What is a lesbian, sir?
What's your word? How do you... All right. If you liked another girl, that could be...
I like Olivia. Am I a lesbian?
Well, if you like Olivia, you could be, sure.
I like Olivia. I love Olivia. I like Olivia, too. Am I a lesbian?
No, it doesn't work that way, Philip. You can never be a lesbian.
No fear. I want to be a lesbian. Me too.
We can all be lesbians. Okay, let's just move on. Let's try words that end in O-N.
Prostitution.
What did you say?
Prostitution. What is prostitution?
What is prostitution? Let's say prostitution is when you work in the street and you get paid.
I want to do prostitution.
No. All right. Moving on to words that end in RE, but let me just have a second here to think if Nothing. There can't be. So shout out words that end in R-E.
Crack whore.
Hold it.
He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Ricky, a friend of the morning, show y'all the game. A lot of people saying people need to call and check on him to see if he's not on suicide watch, allegedly, because he was out on social media yesterday, and they're saying he cried his heart out because he said, honey, on Father's Day, he felt unappreciated. Now, he said in an Instagram video, he said, it really bothers me because I know the type of heart I got, and I know the type of person I am. He said, I take care of a lot of people, and I do for a lot of people. He said he woke up on Father's Day, and the only person that acknowledged, honey, that he was a father was his oldest son, Harlem. Now, he said who bought him gifts within his budget, he said, including some cologne from Marshall's. But then he said, he added out there, I thought that was beautiful. I appreciated it, and I loved him to death because that's how I raised him, to be humble, to always remember to take care of other people. He also said that other than eating with my son, he said, I don't have anything to show for Father's Day. He said, I'm just tired of the disrespect. He said, it doesn't even make no sense. To be honest, he said, that mess really cut in deep in a Negro's soul. He said, it's like, I know as a father, I know what I put in. He said, can't nobody tell me that I'm not the type of father that deserves praise, that deserves notice. He said, it's crazy, it's unacceptable, and I'm really not effing with it, unquote.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy because, it would be okay if you wouldn't go all out for Mother's Day. You understand? You got a good father that go out here and he's a provider. He take care of you. He do everything he's supposed to do. Single dads, doing hair, doing ponytails and hair bows and barrettes and pink oil moisturizer and brush that hair just right. It's fathers that deserve, because it kills me. I used to get mad at mine. Everybody running out of the house on a Thursday, getting ready for Mother's Day weekend, and then you show up late for church on Sunday, on Father's Day, and then kind of be half, like we ain't nothing. And I had a real conversation, so I stopped celebrating Father's Day with my kids for a couple of years or whatever, and just started going out of town and celebrating with my granddad, when he was living. And they got it together, and they started showing a little bit more appreciation. That's why we did what we did this past weekend. So I just kind of just let all the kids come over, nieces and nephews and friends or whatever that didn't have a dad. But don't forget, fathers are important too. So I just be fair about it. That's all I'm saying. I feel him on that.
Yeah, well, he should have called Boosie's bad butt, because they say Boosie, honey, his kids brought him to tears. Y'all, they say he had to cover his face while he was crying. They say his children, honey, wrote on Instagram, we made a hood Negro cry, LOL. And they gave him some fruit. They gave Boosie some fruit. He had some pineapples and watermelon and some shrimp and some French toast. And they gave him some mimosas and some Versace swag. So they say he was happy on Father's Day. So congratulations to Boosie. Some of his 7 children came and did that for him. So that was a good look for him. I feel bad for Game. But all right, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. Baby Miss Swati, a sweetie, baby. This girl's letting them have it, honey. She went out and bought her own Rolls Royce. Now, it was reported that Quavo took his car from her when he gave it to her as a gift, and this girl had to walk for a while. But now, honey, she went out and purchased her a Rolls Royce. She said she's a happy girl, honey.
Yes.
I don't know. They say put you on your feet, baby. But this girl, honey, they said she went out and bought her a new Rolls Royce, honey. They said she loved it. They delivered it to her in her Hollywood Hills apartment, and she's really happy about it, and she's glad. She said, my girl, honey. So congratulations out to her, because when people give you, I know we used to call it instant giving. I know that's not the politically correct word now, but when you give a person something and take it back from her, that's not a good look. He should have just gave it to her and let her keep it. And then, but when you're going back to the game situation, Ricky, what happened? My psychologist always told me, honey, when you give a person something, you're supposed to give it from the kindness of your heart. Now, he said he gave all these people stuff and help people. Did he not give it from the kindness of his heart and just leave it there? Or was he expecting something in return?
Talking about Quavo?
Well, him too, and Game, because he said he helped a lot of people and gave a lot of people and stuff. So when you give, you're supposed to give it from the kindness of your heart and not expecting return. So he shouldn't expect his kids to give him nothing for Father's Day, if
No,
That's not how that works.
That's not the same thing.
Well, that's what my
He's a great
said.
dad.
It's one day that the fathers need that to get all their appreciation and all they love, and I think everybody's
Because most time we don't ask for anything,
right?
So
and if dads are really there and helpful and in their lives and doing all they can to help them, the least you could do is get them a car to do something thoughtful. It don't even cost no money.
Yeah,
you know.
Well,
it's hard being a black man and trying to be a provider. Stuff that we have to deal with.
Right.
Shoot, we the provider and the protector and stuff, and we deal with a whole lot of stuff. So don't act like we don't exist.
Yeah.
Let's just pray out there. Next Father's Day, he gets something because we don't want to cry and hear about it. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today is Weeping Willow. On the high end, you say Weeping Willow, and on the low end, just say Beautiful Green. That's your color for today.
Y'all give it up again with the team. All right, time for the wake-up call. Get at your boy, 866-9-RICKY. Here we go.
Wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause they woke you up this long, just laid you in your house shoes. Go and be better. Wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know where you calling from? So come on and tell us and just wake up.
This is Renee Gowers calling from Greenville, South Carolina. Rashad Humber and Keita Humber. Wake up.
Wake up to my wife, Tanya, to my brother Evan, my brother Trini, and all the people on the highest of Seven Hills. Wake up.
Shout out to my daughter, Ashley Gilbert, Jamie Evans, and Jazzy Scott. Wake up.
My name is Dwayne. I'm calling from Chattanooga, Tennessee. I'd like to give a shout out to my niece and her husband from another sister, Benita and Vincent Fields. Wake up.
Yeah, hey, it's Lonzo, Cincinnati. I'm going to get a wake-up call to Black Tony so he can get to work this morning. If you need a ride, he can call me or Fat Tasha. We'll drive you. Wake up.
Come on, Charleston, wake up. Baton Rouge, wake up. Tallahassee, wake up. Come on, Montgomery, wake up. Columbus, wake up. In Albany, wake up.
I appreciate it, Brad.
You're welcome again.
Wake-up calls for being brought to you by...
All right, man. So this Florida bartender saved two women from being hit on by a creepy customer by passing them a note disguised as a receipt. This was kind of clever, man. So y'all check the skills right here. One of the women shared on her Twitter recently how the bartender helped her and a friend put an end to the unwelcome advances with his quick thinking moves. So this creepy guy customer was aggressively trying to holler, hitting on these women, and the bartender handed them a note that looked like a receipt, but actually it read, if this guy is bothering you, put your ponytail on your other shoulder and I'll have him removed. He's giving me the creeps. More than 200,000 people liked this viral tweet from the woman. In a follow-up tweet, the woman explained that the bartender yelled, you need to get the F away from these girls who clearly are not interested in you, before kicking the customer out. So that was pretty cool, man. That's kind of dope kind of bartender that you would probably want around if you was in a bar and trying to get hit on by somebody that you don't want hitting on you.
Yeah. Need to make some receipts that say he just put something in your drink. Don't drink it. Don't drink it.
For real. You got to do it in the right kind of bar, though, too, because that can
sometimes be the bartender.
People crazy now, man. That folks will go outside and come back in, you know?
That's right.
You got to be careful with that now.
And sometimes, what if the bar was just hating because he wanted the women?
Well, there's that.
Yeah.
But I mean, think about it. If you're,
I've worked in clubs, man. You gotta put people out the right way. You can't just
right. It looked like the put out was going to be his problem, though, and he didn't make a big scene. He was very slick the way he did that because he most likely has sisters or have seen this before and tried to figure out the easiest way to help these girls. And confronting him might have made it crazy. So sliding that little receipt, that was very clever.
You know what I do?
He said he yelled at him to get out.
You know, and you are absolutely correct. Whoever said is about how you put them out or whatever. You know, escorting somebody to the door, walking them to their car, and praying with them because they want them to be safe.
Because folks crazy, man. They'll come back in.
Yeah, you just can't throw nobody. Yeah, because I do that, you know, at the comedy shows. Can you remember that time that them two ladies was just off the chain? And I said, hey, I got some backstage passes for y'all. Y'all come on. They came down, thought they was getting something. And I did bring them backstage, let them come in the dressing room or whatever. I was just trying to get them out the audience where I could finish doing my set.
That was smart.
Yeah, man, you better be thinking on your feet because they'll sit up there and ruin a whole show. You just got to know how to do it because you don't want nobody to go to the trunk and come back because they will.
I was trying not to say it, but yeah, folks crazy these days, bro.
Yes, sir. No, you can say it. They can't do nothing else. We on the radio. They in their car. One fool.
I don't want to give nobody no ideas.
One fool sitting there shoot up his car. I don't know. But that is good, though. I know they talk about me. Pow, 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 pow. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. 28 before the top of the hour, y'all. More Rickey Smiley morning show coming up, man. John Lyon on the ones and twos. Chicken and waffle mix up next. Yes, sir. Black Tony, what's going on?
Ain't nothing going on. Glad you're doing good with your karaoke thing, because that's why you didn't get your tip message last night. I hit you up, son. I hit you up. I hit you up, son. You know, you ain't not even
bro, you be texting people 1 to 2 o'clock in the morning, bro. Be sleep.
I told you I wasn't going to be there this morning because I had to come pick up my uncle from the airport.
That has nothing to do with what we doing.
It's important, Shawty. This is important. You know, because you talking about
your job is important.
My uncle said I like his son and him, Shawty, and I ain't get to see him for Father's Day, so he wanted me to come pick him up because he got a real square for job, and he just wanted to come visit his nephew before he go back to work. You know, because he got to do summer school because he worked at a real important. My uncle. I ain't never told you about my Uncle Joe.
Yeah. Why you say your uncle in summer school?
Nah, he just got a new job as a principal, and he got to try to turn the school around because, you know what I'm saying, because they needed somebody to come in there that's strong. You know what I'm saying? And my uncle, he real strong. And they said they all them children
What's the name of the school?
Huh? I don't know the name of the school. My uncle name, but he's teaching in New Jersey.
Is his last name Clark?
You know my Uncle Joe.
You principal.
You know his Uncle Rock?
Yeah, principal at Eastside High.
Yeah, that's the school right there, Rock. You know your children go there. You know that.
Oh, you talking about Fair East Side? Yeah, by my side. Praise my name together. Yeah. Tell me that one.
That's it.
Lean on me. We are not strong.
I'll be there after I drop him off at the hotel.
I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long. I'm gonna need
free Mr. Clark. Free Mr. Clark. Free.
We
Mr.
don't want a good principal. We want Mr. Clark.
When we get over here, get somewhere and sit down. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Don't think about me because I'm grown. I'm going to be with the grown folks. You go be with the kids. Understand this. When I say it's time to go, it's time to go. Don't ask, can you stay the night? You cannot. Don't ask, can they come back over here and stay the night? They cannot. Don't get over here acting like you hungry, like you ain't ate all day. If you do, I'm going to knock fire out of your throat. Don't touch nothing. Don't break nothing. Don't ask for nothing to drink. Don't ask for nothing to eat. Lisa Ann already think her kids is better than everybody else, and they are not. If one of them touch you, you better knock their head off their shoulder. Don't come in there tattling to me about what you think, what you want, and how you feel. When we get ready to go, I tell you how you feel. Is everybody on the same page? Huh. Don't play with me. Is y'all ready to go? Don't. Okay, let's go.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, 5 minutes after the hour, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The segment's being brought by Ford. That's right, the 2021 Ford Bronco Sport was created to go where and how you choose. So go beyond in the outdoors. That's right, go beyond into the outdoors and release your inner adventurer. Build wow. Built Ford proud. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Alleged, it's being reported, y'all, that Trick Daddy may be added to the witness protection program because of a statement, y'all, that he made. And a lot of people were angry and some were kind of excited. But they're saying, y'all, that Trick Daddy is catching a lot of heat, y'all, for saying that Beyonce could barely sing. Now, they're saying, y'all, honey, he was sitting on a panel the other day, and he talked about Beyonce and Jay-Z. He said Beyonce he used the F word with her because he said all she do is see money. And then he said Beyonce ain't trying to give back to music or nothing else. Then he said Beyonce don't write music and barely can sing herself. He said Beyonce can't sing and others can also heard, and they said that they kind of agreed that Beyonce can't sing. Now he also wanted to say, he said,
what
man,
are they
I watch.
listening to?
He said, man, I watched my godmama train Beyonce. He said, vocal lessons all her doggone career. He said, I'm going to give an unpopular opinion right now. Beyonce is to R&B what Jay-Z is to New York. That's why they are together. He said, Jay-Z ain't never won the greatest rapper alive who ever put him on a level like that. This is what Trick Daddy said, y'all. Then a lot of people said that, that they weren't happy because, some of the things that Trick Daddy said, y'all, but they say, is Trick Daddy right or is he tripping? Because, some people say Beyonce can't sing. And that's just Trick Daddy.
They listen to her sing like real, like the national anthem. Did they kind of miss that?
I've never heard anybody say this.
And then,
thank you, Brad.
Yeah, that Trick Daddy is one of my good friends, and we hang out all the time. But I disagree with him on this. Beyonce sang "Love on Top," and she did five different key changes and modulates 5 times of 5 different key changes. And the only other person I know that did that was Mariah Carey. So I don't know about that one.
Trick Daddy know what he hear, and he's been a singer for a long time.
And he's not a singer, Gary.
Well, rapper, then same difference.
That's different. No, it's not. Sorry, it's not.
And I don't think you can question Jay-Z's credentials either.
Okay.
Well, Trick Daddy said what he had to say, so that's his opinion, so we're going to go with it. All right.
About Trick, he love the kids.
He sure does, honey.
Yeah,
all right, honey. Now, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all, this man, he's a friend of the morning show as well. He may be going to the pen, y'all. It's been reported that Chris Brown is definitely, y'all, under investigation, y'all, for battery after a single claim, y'all, that he slapped off her weave at his Los Angeles mansion. Now, they're saying Breezy allegedly hit the woman so hard that her weave came out. Now, they're saying, according to TMZ, sources said that the alleged victim had no injuries aside from the allegedly dislodged weave, and no arrest was made at the time. But they're saying the allegations against him have come to 12 years, y'all, since he was arrested for beating poor Rihanna half to death, y'all. So they're saying on February 8, 2009, Brown argued with Rihanna in a car, honey, after an award show party. They say he punched her repeatedly in the face, and it went on and on to the break of dawn, y'all. But that's definitely assault. That's a deadly weapon. You hitting a woman's weave off. He should have not done that, honey. He should have just asked her to leave instead of, Brett, you don't do that to people, honey. So we gonna follow this story, and hopefully, honey, Chris Brown, honey, he give her, he just go ahead on and give her, compensate her for that situation, and let her go on with her life, honey, because that's not a good.
It's
look.
Allegedly, Gary, because Chris Brown went on his Instagram and put that's all cap. So this is allegedly.
Yeah,
it was allegedly about Rihanna too.
About paying somebody,
and we still don't know what actually happened in that car, Gary.
We know what her face looked like, so honey, we know she didn't just play scratch. So honey, alleged, all right, but we gonna see a woman got her hair knocked her face off, her hair off, honey. That's sad. You don't do nothing to no damn woman. She probably had somewhere to go. But anyway, in my final story, y'all, let's continue to pray for Safari, y'all. This is alleged, too. He's claiming, y'all, that he's going to bleach his skin. Now, they're saying Safari has claimed that he's going to start bleaching his skin effective immediately. He said, starting my skin bleaching process today. He said, it's time for a change. Black and white, praying hands. He wrote out that he said, Safari, he's expecting his second child with his wife, Miss Erica Minya, and they recently tweeted that Erica does not want him in the delivery room with her when she delivers her child. And they're saying Erica filed for divorce after a video service on social media showing Safari allegedly dancing with another woman at the club a little too closely, y'all. So let's keep all parties lifted up in our prayers, y'all. And hopefully, if he bleaches skin, maybe she won't know that's him in the room. That's probably why he's doing that, to get up in the room when she gives birth.
It sounded like it was just a joke. You think maybe he was just joking around, Gary, and he's not really going to bleach his skin?
He ain't joking. He wasn't joking when he was playing with that other woman and doing all the stuff he did underneath.
Gary,
so.
what are you talking? Safari is never. What are you talking about?
That's why she divorced him. That's why doing something he was supposed to do.
Yeah, you can't tell Gary nothing. He think he know everything. Just let it go, E.
The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today is Weeping Willow. On the high end, you say Weeping Willow, and on the low, you say Beautiful Light Green. That's your color for today.
Lord Jesus, help us all.
What'd he say?
That's why she divorced him. That's what she divorced him.
like he really know.
Right.
What is
Right. Because her name is Mina. Erica Mena, not Mina.
Right. It's Mina, not
He got tired of your ass. He got tired of your ass. He got tired of your ass. He told your ass. That's why they don't. Oh, Lord Jesus, I needed that laugh right there. Oh, y'all give it up for Gary with the team. Super Dave, what we got coming up next?
We got more from the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, of course.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. So here we go. What's trending? What is something you were bullied, you were bullied for growing up? That is cool now. Now, growing up, we were all bullied or picked on for something, but it looked like some people were just ahead of their time because things that they were once bullied for are now trendy. A recent poll asked the question, what is something you were bullied for growing up that has now become trendy? Here's some of the answers included. I used to get bullied for my thick eyebrows. Now I get complimented. Wearing glasses. Wearing hand-me-down clothes. That was me. Now it's vintage and cool to shop at places like Goodwill or secondhand stores, or being a tomboy. So call us up right now at 866-9-RICKY and let us know what was something that you were bullied for, and it is cool now. Rock T, what was you bullied for?
Man, I used to get picked on for being so positive about everything. Always finding positive of any kind of negative situation.
You still get bullied for that. Get
extra happy ass.
Oh, friendly ass. Oh, what a friend we have in Jesus t-shirt wearing. Oh,
glass half full all the time.
When Jesus go on vacation, you fill in. Get your happy, friendly, good morning, smiling cheek. You the light-skinned dude that took Suge Avery and what's the name, them off in that car to Memphis. Everybody sealing to cuss everybody out and try to stab Mustard with a knife. You gonna look back at it and talking about, it was nice meeting everybody.
That was me.
Shut your.
That's all. Wow.
Oh man, Brad, what was you bullied for?
I wasn't ever bullied, but I do remember we used to bully this person that had golds in their mouth because they had bad teeth. Now it's cool to get gold. You get diamonds in them and you just rock out today.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Gary.
Yeah.
Now, you know what I was bullied for. Hell,
I know they chase you home every
baby
day.
dolls, honey.
Running with them books in your upper arm.
Exactly, up to my chest.
All the other dudes holding their books on the side. You got your books up to your chest. Walking down the street twisting everything. I know they chased your ass home.
Yes, they did. And now it's good for the queens to play football. Now, look at all the queens coming out saying, honey, that they gay and they playing football now. I'm like,
Gary, you didn't play football?
I played kickball and dodgeball, and we played volleyball.
Hey.
Yeah, they play kickball.
You really dodged ball?
Yes. Hey, Dave.
Yes.
Dave, we had a dude in the 6th grade. We knew, you know what I'm saying? We knew he always played with the girls.
Yeah.
So one day Miss Avery said, you gonna get out there, Miss Avery, our 6th grade teacher, you gonna get out there and you gonna play with the boys today. And we was playing pickup, get busted, like everybody for themselves.
Yes.
Boy, Trent picked that damn football. We've been waiting for 3 years to hit him. Boy, Trent started running toward that sideline. It seemed like the whole 6th grade, boy, we got him. We hit him so hard.
Yeah.
We hit him so hard.
I knocked him straight.
The next time I seen Trent, man, I was in jail. Man, I ain't got locked up because I ain't paid a ticket. I had a warrant.
Uh-oh.
Trent sitting up in jail with a damn a Burger King manager uniform up there. I said, Trent, what the hell you in? But they bitches talking about I stole some beef patties. I didn't put them in that. I said, Trent, they had me in the cell with Trent. I said, Trent, you remember they put you out there and play? Shut up, because now you better not talk about this on the radio.
Did he share that beef patty with you?
Oh, shut
Lord. 2 all beef patties.
Special sauce, baby.
It was Burger King. That's McDonald's. I'm talking about Burger King.
He had it his way.
Eva, what was you bullied for?
Okay. I was was bullied for being a tomboy. I was that example. I have 3 brothers. I always wanted to be like them. So if they got a Eddie Bauer shirt, I wanted the Eddie Bauer shirt. They got new cross colors, I wanted new cross colors. But now it is cool to be eccentric with your dress. Look at her. Her is like the hottest thing out there, and she wears baggy clothes. So being a tomboy was definitely my thing. Tiana Taylor.
I love me a woman with some baggy clothes. I can't stand tight camel toe, bulging 2 bell peppers in your drawers. I can't sit up there. You stuff 2 boxing gloves in your panties. What is that? Wow. What is that? You
Everlast.
What was you bullied for?
I didn't even know I was dark skinned, but I guess in the 70s, 80s, I was considered dark skinned, and that wasn't cool back then. It's like you had to be light skinned with wavy hair.
Oh yeah, the bars ruined it for all of us back then. Oh yeah, the bars ruined it for everybody. It was and then Michael Jordan bought us back. So Michael Jordan bought us all the way back.
Y'all been back ever since.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. We going to the phones right now? All right, let's go to the phones. Good morning.
Well, I have alopecia, so as a kid, I don't have hair on the sides. So I was bullied for not having hair on the sides. Now everybody has their hair shaved.
I had big boobs. I was 4'11" and have big boobs.
I got bullied a lot about wearing skirts, and now everybody want to wear skirts with tennis shoes and make it cool now. That's
get my hair cornrows.
The darkness of my skin, but now it's a trend. My freckles.
Wearing them tight-ass pants. Now they're making it a style, wearing tight-ass skinny legs. And what's up?
Right.
Man, I got to shout out to Yancey Dow. Man, I was scared of Yancey Dow and Donald Dill getting on the school bus. They was in the 8th grade at North Roebuck. And man, I used to have them sweaters on. That's when I told y'all that story 2 weeks ago when they was get on the bus and everybody just pulled a piece of my sweater off. But then Donald Dill used to thump me in the back of my head because my granddaddy, I didn't want to comb my hair, so my granddaddy took me down to Kelly's barbershop and shaved it all off. And they would come from the back of that bus and thump me in the back of my head so damn hard you could hear it. Everybody be like, ooh. So it wasn't no joke, boy. And Yancey Dow played linebacker for Jacksonville Gamecocks, and he the Q's. So him and that damn Donald, there was 2 people that I avoided in elementary school.
We could take some of your sweater, Ricky.
Man, by the time I got to school, I had on a damn halter top. They had took all my sweater off. Damn cotton. I ain't never wore that damn sweater. Nobody threw that damn sweater in the trash, y'all. Sweater in the trash. Hi, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, Jeff Johnson got 3 things that you need to know. Jeff, good morning.
Good morning, dear brother. Good to be with you today. Man, listen, I know you, like me, for the first thing I got today, man, are just unbelievably frustrated, even if we aren't surprised about the fact that it really looks like this S1 bill around voter voting and election bill is not going to pass the Senate.
Wow.
Mitch McConnell and the GOP are hell-bent on making sure that it doesn't go through the Senate. And they've said so. I mean, they pretty much said, listen, this is partisan politics, and the Democrats are just trying to have the overall advantage for generations and a bunch of nonsense that really is not connected to what this bill is about. But, the Republicans, Rick, have always been very clear that they think voting is a state right. And which is why they've passed over 380. They've introduced more than 380 pieces of legislation over 48 states to what many of us believe is and know is to limit voting. So why would they support this bill? And why would they believe that this is something that they want to put in place? Because it goes against the over 380 pieces of legislation that they have put in place in states already. So this is going to be an ongoing battle that's not going to end anytime soon. And if we're honest, a lot of this battle is going to take place through court cases at the state level. So I know that Democrats are going to continue to try to potentially put forth another bill because the Republicans are saying that they're not even. Mitch McConnell is essentially saying we're not even taking any revisions to this, Rick. Like, y'all can put up whatever you want to. We're not supporting this in any way, shape, or form. And so the fact that many of us know that in states like Georgia in particular, there've just been debilitating laws that are blocking people from getting access to the polls. A lot of this, Rick, is going to be a legal fight because we're going to have to use the courts to overturn some of these state regulations, because we're not going to have I don't believe we're going to have a federal bill that's going to protect voters in any way, shape, or form in a midterm that is less than a year and a half away. So, you all, this is not something that's a story that's going to go away, whether this passes or not in a vote today. But it is something that is we're going to have to continue to fight, put money towards, put energy towards, supporting activists and organizations who are on the ground, because the future of our already flawed democracy is in jeopardy when those of us that already have challenges voting are going to have more challenges voting. Second thing I want to talk about, Rick, is I spent some time over this Father's Day weekend watching Father's Day with Kevin Hart, and I just was really pleased. I was really pleased to see a movie that was just rooted in something that we don't talk about very often, and that is single dads.
Right.
And whether it's a single dad as a result of losing a spouse or a mom, or whether it's a single dad who has full custody of his children, we just don't talk about single dads very often as being something that exists more and more and more and more. And even more than that, it's so elevated the need, I think, Rick, for men to be, black men in particular, to be incredibly aggressive about the birthing plans of the mothers of their children. I don't care whether it's baby's mama, wife, girlfriend, life partner, whatever it is. As men, Rick, we have got to be incredibly involved in the birthing plans of our children, because so many of these hospitals, as it's already known, don't pay attention to black women, to black women's pain, to black women's instructions, to black women telling how they feel about their bodies. And the mortality rate of black women is so much higher than any other group of women in this country. And we lose more women to childbirth, which is insane, than any other group. And so I was just so pleased of all of the issues that this movie raises at a time when it's so crucial to do so. So I hope folks will watch the movie. I think that there's a lot of conversation that can come as a result of it. And I actually really appreciated how Kevin Hart played this single dad who was just dealing with mourning the loss of his wife. Man, Rick, I did a live the other day, and I had a brother come on and say, Jeff, I'm raising a 2-year-old little girl by myself because her mother died, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Right.
And within 30 minutes, brother, we were able to get him on the phone with 3 dads who had lost their wives. And I got a text from him Father's Day morning, just saying how much of a difference it had made, because he had talked to these brothers, and he's now a part of a community of dads who are dealing with the loss of a mom. And like, that's the thing, brother. Like, if we as men can start having these conversations that our daddies and our grandfathers didn't teach us how to have, about pain, about our feeling, about loss, and about doing these kind of things, and we ain't got to do it by ourselves, man, I was just so pleased. So before I get out of here, Rick, I just want to celebrate Springer Carrie Richardson, man. She just gives me life every time I see her. And for old heads who have loved track for a long time, if this baby ain't the second coming of FloJo,
Come on,
I don't know who is.
Preach, Jeff. Preach.
I don't know who is, man. Like, just the everything, her whole energy, her whole gangster, her whole swag,
confidence,
her power, her just loving who she is, the fact that she coming on looking red carpet fresh at the line, man, I love everything about this baby. And if it wasn't that, to run up into the stands to hug her grandma.
Boy, that tore me up.
Man, listen, that is black excellence personified all the way around.
Yes, sir.
So I celebrating all the brothers and sisters who are have already qualified for the Olympics, but I just had to do a special shout out because I ran track. I went to college on track scholarship, and FloJo was it, man. And this baby, boy,
and she doing it at 5'1".
Right,
5'1".
And the only thing she need to work on is just getting off that line fast, where she don't have to catch up. You know what I mean? That.
No, but that's the point. I think she is.
Yeah.
She doesn't. The power of her race isn't the start, man. Her turnover is stupid.
Yeah.
And she don't even reach full speed till 80 when everybody else is reaching full speed at 60.
Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Jeff, she is freaking awesome. I absolutely love her. Jeff, let everybody know how you could be reached.
Y'all can reach me at Jeff Nation on all social media.
Oh my God, if you got it. Fellas, if you own a pair of gazelles, you need to call me 866-9-RICKY. Every old school pastor in Memphis, Tennessee, Church of God in Christ, if you own some gazelles, if you're a Baptist preacher and you own some gazelles, Special K, don't you got some gazelles?
Yes, sir, I sure do.
Where do you buy those?
I sure
they sell
do.
them now. They just expensive or more than they were before. Like, they are out everywhere.
I want the old school, the one that go all the way around your face like them grass cutting goggles.
They got those
any hood mall.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
No. You talking about the fake ones? Special.
No. You have the gazelles and the gazelles.
Look, I got these knockoffs. It is what it is.
Hey, listen. If somebody come to preach at your church for Men's Day and they got on some gazelles, you gonna be there for 3 hours. Cause that Negro finna preach. You hear me? Shout out to Pastor Michael Mack. Cause nobody wear them gazelles like Pastor Michael Mack in Cincinnati, Ohio. But Pastor, I think he's still wearing them. You can look on his Facebook page. Look up Pastor Michael Mack up in Cincinnati, Ohio. Man, he'll come down there and get in that aisle and sing "I Won't Complain" with them doggone MC Hammer gazelles on. Oh my God! You thought you was going to heaven?
Come on now. You couldn't tell me I wasn't MC Hammer back in the day. I had them Hammer pants in every color.
Oh man!
Boy, you had to get out of the way on the dance floor when that song came on. You get knocked out.
Boy, let me
get
tell you
knocked
something.
out.
First time I went on stage, I had them MC Hammer parachute pants. It was black with white polka dots with the matching shirt and some fake gazelles on. Boy, I thought I was doing something. Then somebody said, "Get off the stage, Kwame."
Not Kwame.
What? Comedian Henry you heckling me from the audience and said, "Hey, get off the stage, Kwame."
Man.
But I'm telling you, man, but MC Hammer put on one of the best concerts ever. You talking about a dance routine? MC Hammer had a mass choir up there. He had alto dancers, tenor dancers, soprano dancers. They weren't even singing. They're just dancing. And a whole choir up there dancing and did not miss a beat. That was the best time in the 90s. What?
Man.
What'd you say, Kate?
I said didn't miss a step, man.
None.
I mean, it was indescribable for the kids growing up now, man. They'll never understand.
And
They'll never understand.
If I ain't mistaken, to be an MC Hammer dancer, you had to run 3 to 5 miles a day just to stay in shape, like for real.
Oh yeah, I had a friend who danced for him. Yeah,
really?
They had to train like military.
And did y'all remember the MC Hammer boots, them booties? We used to sell them at Tom McAnn Shoes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Y'all don't know nothing about Tom McAnn Shoes. Shout out to everybody who I got ready for the prom. I dyed them doggone shoes in the back. Them white shoes, you pick your color. I had your prom shoes together for you back in Central Plaza Mall. Don't get me started, man.
My first basketball shoes was from Tom McCann. They were Pro Wings. I was slipping all over the court.
Boy, what you know about them damn Pro Wings?
Slipping all over the court. I got called for traveling every time the court.
Bro, they was $29.99. Am I lying, Rock? Wasn't it $29.99 for some Pro Wings?
Yes, sir.
Boy, don't get me started on the MC Hammer between Tom McCann and Jeans West. Man, we thought we were sharp, and I had a brooch. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. We got the one and only Kiki on. Kiki, good morning.
Good morning.
What Fantasha?
On the way to pick me up.
Oh, okay. Kiki, how you doing this morning? Are you enjoying your summer?
Good. Not really, because I'm broke. I spent all my PPP money. I'm waiting on
How you get a PPP loan?
Check from OnlyFans. They said that I ain't make no money, and I've been posting videos. I don't know why I ain't making no money, but that's okay. That's okay.
How much you had on PPP?
Huh?
How much did you get on the PPP?
They said I get $1,400 per kid. Let's see, I'm gonna do the math. I had Aquanisha, lasagna, so that's $2,800 right there.
You got a kid named Lasagna.
Is that a problem? Is that a problem? That's
not
a
at
nice
all.
name for a little girl. That's a nice name for a little girl.
So that she mixed with Italian.
Exactly.
What the dude was light skin, so I had named her lasagna.
Right.
Okay.
She at some account right now. I wish she was here. Lasagna is so cute.
Right. So Kiki, you doing top three things? What's the top three again?
Top three things a dude needs to know how to fix.
Okay. All right. Okay. Top three things that a dude need to know how to fix. Let's go. Number 3.
Number 3. Fix a light bulb. Like, you don't know how to fix it because you're too short. Little boy, move out the way so I can change your light bulb. Move, little boy. Move.
Right. That's sad if a dude can't replace a light bulb.
Thank you. Number 2, please know how to fix a doggone toilet. Like, how you know how to fix a toilet? What is you good for?
Right.
What I got you for?
Right. Put water, take the little thing off in the back and take a little garbage can that's in the bathroom. Take the plastic bag off, fill it up with water, and fill the back of the tank up. That's all you have to do. Simple.
That is out.
That's it. I'm with you, Kiki.
Thank you, Ricky. And number 1.
Yeah.
The number 1 thing a dude needs to know how to fix, know how to fix a car. Know how to fix tires. Know how to fix a car battery. Change that. That's why I like that shit. Look at get right on time. Got who pull it up. Somebody who know how to fix it. You'll be surprised.
Girl, you lucky. You lucky you live in an apartment because you ain't like I'm about to get out and come knock on your door.
Fantasha! Good morning, Fantasha!
What's up, Ricky? What's up, y'all? Rocky?
What's up, Fantasha? Hey, Fantasha.
Hey, Fantasha, you listen to the morning? Fantasha, what morning show you listen to every morning, Fantasha?
Let me get it out. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hey!
Every morning. Always in my car. Because I can't get out.
Where y'all headed to this morning?
Well, I'm going to take Kiki to the dollar store. And then after I wait for her to come out of there, I got to go and drive her to go pay her money off because the people ain't going to keep her kids this summer. So I got to take her to the summer camp.
Right.
Pay what she owes.
Fantasha, do you do Uber or Lyft, or you just independent?
I work for myself. I don't work for nobody.
Right.
Keep all the money. I would say keep all the money in house, but
so
this is my house. So keep all the money in car.
Right.
I'm just thankful to God. I'm thankful God just blessed me to make my own money. Rickey.
Yeah.
Nobody greater.
Sing it, Fantastic.
Nobody greater. Greater than you.
There it is. Nobody greater. Fantastic.
No.
Tasha, breathe before you die.
Nobody greater, Lord.
Y'all give it up for Kiki and Fantasha. Say what, Fantasha?
If you need a ride, I'll drive.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The time right now is 27 after the hour. Y'all, the segment's being brought to you by Credit Repair. Stop getting denied for credit. CreditRepair.com works and can help you remove those inaccurate and unfair items from your credit report. Just go to CreditRepair.com for your free evaluation. 27 minutes after the hour. Good morning, Brett. Eva, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm a lady too. Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, everybody, and happy Tuesday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. So the U.S. has hit another milestone. 150 million Americans are now fully vaccinated against COVID-19. So that equals about 45% of the U.S. population, which is a little over the 65% of people that have been partially vaccinated. Now, President Biden was hoping to get that number to 70 by July the 4th. Now, in other pandemic news, the CDC is set to meet tomorrow to discuss reports of heart inflammation cases in kids ages 12 to 18 who have received the vaccine. Meanwhile, a new report shows that 10 million Americans joined Medicaid during the pandemic. Total enrollment now is at a record high of 80 million enrollees. And last but certainly not least, although the White House and Democrats finally came together on majority legislation to change voting rights, Senate Republicans are ready to use the filibuster to block the proposal today. In many states, Republicans are working quickly to add voting right restrictions that largely affect minority voters, but claim that the changes on a federal level are an overreach of power. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. You can find me on all social media at Eva Marcille. Time to take a look at sports. Rock tape. What's going on?
Already, Eva, let's talk about Carl Nassib, defensive end for the Las Vegas Raiders, announces that he is gay, the first active NFL player to come out. He also is going to be donating $100,000 to the Trevor Project, which is the #1 suicide prevention service for LGBTQ youth in America. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, the NFL Players Association, all of his teammates and homies all for him. And so big ups to Carl Nassib right there.
Boy, if you come off that second sack, that quarterback and start voguing.
Oh, yeah, dog. He got too bad.
As soon as he sacked that quarterback, he ought to do a split right now.
For the very first time, a transgender athlete will compete in the Summer Olympics in Tokyo, man. 43-year-old Laurel Hubbard, who transitioned from a male to a female in 2013, will compete for the New Zealand women's weightlifting team.
Now, that ain't okay, look, start the music. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't care who get mad. That ain't fair.
It ain't.
It's not.
It's not.
I don't give a damn who get mad. You can say whatever you want to say and call us homophobic. That ain't fair.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, that ain't fair.
Yeah.
Now, go and compete against other LGBT men that's transitioning to women.
There you go. Create another category.
It create another category. That ain't fair now.
Right.
Now, she didn't work hard or whatever, because you naturally and genetically stronger than her.
Come on, man. That dude gonna go in there lifting about 1,000 pounds on them women.
So Michael Strahan put on some red bottoms to go in there
and represent the USA. Let's go, Mike.
And put a lace front on and tell me he identifying as a woman. You got Michael Strahan with some red bottoms on and a lace front wig. Go up there and power lift a chick that can really power lift. Is that fair?
Hold on, man, real quick.
Size 14 baby doll shoes.
You got some what?
Them size 14 little baby doll shoes.
Man, shut up.
Hold on, man. I gotta squeeze this in, man. Former NBA star Josh Smith went in hard on Philadelphia 76ers head coach Doc Rivers, clowning him for not making, getting exited from the playoffs early again. Here's Josh Smith talking about Doc Rivers.
Atlanta Hawks, y'all made my day tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all made my day. Yeah, Doc, you got out here hoping you lose, and I'm one of them. You talked all that about Paul George and how Tyronn Lue is going to have the same office for that. Shut your bum ass up, man. Yo, no in-game adjustments having ass, man. I finally get why your wife almost left you, man. You don't know how to make in-game adjustments. You don't know how to make in-game adjustments.
I didn't even know.
Are you serious?
I didn't know that many people.
Threw the wife in there. That was so.
That was personal, man.
Oh my!
I didn't know that many people didn't like Doc, according to him. But that was cold. There it is.
Oh my God! I will be watching that weightlifting.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and you can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
I will be watching that weightlifting contest and see him go out there and power lift.
Don't say it, dog. Don't say it.
Yeah, we're going to, I ain't going to say it.
Just let that go. Don't do it.
Because they're going to be out there more, and I can't fight them. And if I get beat up by a transgender dude.
You can't win. Even if you win, you lose, bro.
Yeah, then you fight him back. And that's a grown man you fighting. And then he show up and said, and if I beat his ass, he show up in court dressed up like Shirley Caesar. But that ain't who I fought, Your Honor. That ain't who I fought. All right, y'all. This segment is being brought by Indeed. Indeed believes that less is more. That's why they have powerful tools to help you source, screen, and hire quality people faster. Learn more at Indeed. Learn more at Indeed.com. Learn more at Indeed.com/credit, because Indeed believes that less is more, and that's why they have powerful tools to help you source, screen, and hire quality people faster. Learn more at Indeed.com/credit. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat, and this is the Hot Spot, where we bring you music, movies, and more. So it seems that Damon Dash has responded to Jay-Z's lawsuit against him, calling him a liar and a bully. As previously reported, Jay-Z is suing Damon Dash, alleging that he's trying to sell the rights to his debut album, Reasonable Doubt. Well, he explained that he's lying. That is a whole lie. Jay owns 1/3 of Reasonable Doubt, and they just said that. And they said I tried to sell an NFT out of Reasonable Doubt, and it's not true. I'm not running around to different places trying to auction off Reasonable Doubt. I've been working with one platform, and that's Superfarm. And the thing that I own is 1/3 of Rockefeller Records, and I can sell my 1/3 if I feel like it. Dash claimed that Jay-Z filed the suit after offering to buy him out of his share of Rockefeller for $1.5 million, and he declined. Dash said Jay himself tried to buy my 1/3, and it was a crackhead deal. He tried me like I was Pookie or something from New Jack City. So that is what is going on with that. So I hope they figure it out and fix it. What you say, Eva?
Pookie from New Jack City.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We're going to wrap it up right there. Coming up next, y'all, we got Yanetta Spring with Talk It Out Tuesday, and we got the praise mix down. The time now is 25 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's Talk It Out Tuesday with licensed professional counselor Yanetta Spring.
All right, Rick's Smiley Morning Show. It's Talk It Out Tuesday. Man, listen, y'all help me welcome licensed professional counselor Yanetta Spring. Yanetta, good morning.
Hey, good morning, y'all.
Good morning. We're so excited to have you this month. You've been talking about the importance of showing up as your true, authentic self. So what do you have for us this morning?
Yeah, so we are wrapping up June Bloom. And what I have for y'all, just for everybody to just kind of take a moment and look back and see, like, how have you bloomed this month? Like, really ask yourself that question. How have I bloomed this month? And I want to follow up with this before we wrap up, because I think sometimes you could be so driven and goal-oriented that you don't stop and recognize how far you've come, right, and how much you've actually bloomed. So remember, Talk It Out Tuesday is not a substitute for therapy, but hopefully it could be a springboard to get you there if you need to be there, okay? So listen, some folks can't be satisfied with their bloom. That's what I'm realizing, right? And know that the inability to be satisfied, like with your progression, it can be a symptom of what we call high functioning anxiety, right? And high functioning anxiety is very similar to like typical anxiety disorders, but sometimes it goes undetected because it's hidden behind success. All right. So there are several people with high functioning anxiety, but they're also successful. So the anxiety is not recognized because they produce, right? So the focus becomes on what's produced, but not so much what it took them to produce that thing, right? So their obsession or their perfectionism causes them to be successful. And what's sad is, even though they're potentially very successful, under the surface, they're pretty worked up, they're worried, and they have a consistent and persistent fear of like failing, you know? So there are a lot of people out here that, you know, kind of confuse drive with obsession. So when I think about the difference between drive and obsession, I think it's like if you're driven, you could pause, right? If you could drive, you could stop, right? You got brakes. But a person that's driven by obsession, they're unable to pause, they're unable to take breaks, and they're unable to rest, right? So I kind of want to bring that up because sometimes that can influence and that can impact your ability to like recognize that you are blooming, that you have made it a long way, that you are successful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it get crazy sometimes. You know, you looking around, you looking next door, and people are making progress, and, you know, you're naturally competitive and stuff, and sometimes, you know, you're successful, but you think that you fell and you just keep pushing. You don't give yourself a break. You get frustrated, you get depressed, you get anxiety. You know, from time to time, you know, I deal with it, you know, deal with that, but, and I'm sure a lot of people deal with that, absolutely. But I'm able to manage it. Yeah, that's a real thing.
You are. Yep, you're not the only one. So, you know, I'm not going to dig up a problem without providing like some possible solutions. So I'm going to share with you 3 things you can do, like if you have a hard time recognizing that you're blooming, okay? The first one is to journal. Journaling can be so helpful. I encourage all of my clients to do it. It doesn't have to be a big deal. Like, just get a notebook, get your phone, just kind of write out your thoughts. Set a timer for 5 to 8 minutes and just write freely, right? You don't have to wait till something's wrong or going on to pick up a pen or like use the notes on your phone to just journal your thoughts. That way you can see how far you've come. The next one is to connect, okay? Connect with supportive people who knew you before you were you. Okay, so when I say connect with people like that you've known for years, I don't mean go digging up trash from the past, okay? And I'm not calling people trash, but if the relationship was toxic, it's okay to leave it where it is, right? You don't have to force, connections, but connect with people who can kind of keep you grounded, who knew you before you had your success, your title, your position, you know, and they can help us identify how far we've come. And then the last one is to pause. Sometimes we can't see how far we've come because we're moving, right? You ever try to look out the window and see something while a car is moving? You can't take in everything. So sometimes we have to pause and really see how far we come by slowing down and sometimes stopping. So I have that for you. Journal, connect, and pause. And if you have issues with stillness or challenges with acknowledging your bloom, of course, it could be connected to something deeper. So just know anxiety, high functioning anxiety is very treatable. You can, you know, talk about this more with the therapist if you need to.
All that was good. That was good. Listen, man, thank you, Counselor Spring. Let everybody know how they can reach you.
Yep, so you can find me on social media at Springforth Counseling. Follow my YouTube, Yanetta Spring. Or if you want more resources, you could text the word spring to 55444.
Text the word spring to 55444. Or you can go to springforthcounseling.org. Hey, Counselor Spring, thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you. Y'all take care.
All right, take care. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.